diagram you showed just a minute ago is what is affectionately known in both the intelligence agency and the military as a link diagram. But it's missing many places, and there's a lot of holes to be filled in. Who were the financiers? Who were the suppliers? Who were the commo individuals? Who gave the rules of when to attack and what to attack? All of those things are now being pieced together with maybe some of the other raids that have been occurring recently in Belgium. You'll see some new pictures showing up in there, and then there will also be some blank.
Lieutenant General Mark Hertzling, retired,
who is this individual that will allow
talking on CNN about terror threat high in Europe. Nations on alert.
I want to get Mubin Sheikh's perspective here, because you have a unique perspective, right? Former jihadi, reformed. You've worked with intelligence there in Canada to try to help fight this. You've written a book about it. When you talk about Anwar al-Awlaki, an American-born, Muslim scholar and critic who really acted as a spokesperson for AQAP, a lot of people have been focusing on him and saying how effective he is being for his movement from the grave. Do you believe that he is critical in what we saw play out in Paris and potential future attacks from sleeper cells?
Well, of course, Anwar al-Awlaki has played a role in radicalizing individuals, young people who have then ended up joining groups like either Al-Qaeda or ISIS. And I think the main thing is that, first of all, he's not a scholar. Many Islamic scholars have refuted his ideas. And you know what his PhD is in? Human resource management.
Right.
So this is the kind of stuff that he's been known to do: bring people in, send them off to trusted others, especially in Al Qaeda proper.
But I wonder why you think he has resonated so much even after being killed by a U.S. drone strike. I mean, what does this tell us about possible other sleeper cells, possible other young extremists that could be planning to carry out an attack like the Kawachi brothers?
Yeah, he's just a spiritual, somebody who inspires, a radicalizer, a charismatic preacher who puts people on the path. I share the views of your other guests that he's not really an operator, nor does he have any kind of operational standing. But I mean, it's ideas that you're dealing with. So you can kill the person, but if the idea remains, so would the threat that's generated from those ideas.
Very good point. Bob, to you, we talked a lot about, for the past months we've been talking about ISIS and Al-Qaeda trying to one-up one another, and now the conversation has shifted a lot to, are the two working more closely together and creating a more dominant force, a more dominant terror group? What is your take on that, Bob?
Poppy, I think there's, yes, there are disputes between Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State, and they're important ones, and they dispute each other's Islamic credentials, no question about it. But at the end of the day, the foot soldiers ally with whom they want to, who's useful, who will pull the trigger. They go to all sorts of resources, so they'll cross those lines. We saw the same thing with Iranian terrorists.
Okay, please subscribe to me. This has been a video from Caleb Osborne.